What up, it's your boy, the Truth 31. Hit like, subscribe for all that DC goodness on your face, neck, and chest. And today, I am discussing breaking down the seminal piece of work that is known as Superman the Animated Series. 1996 was a special year for me because that was my first introduction to Superman. It was preceded by Batman the Animated Series, which was in 1992, which was my first introduction to Batman. So you can see why Batman and Superman hold a special place in my heart. They are my number one and number two, depending on which day you ask me. But Superman the Animated Turns, obviously created by Bruce Timm and his amazing team. And bro, it was phenomenal. It was what made me a Superman fan from the get-go. We know this animated series had so much depth and complexity and humor and drama, and the creative team really showed what makes Superman relevant, what makes Superman human, and what makes Superman alien. All these things just rolled into this perfect package, and the writing was exceptional. Even though it was a kids show, and the Kids WB, oh my God, Kids WB, bringing back so many fond memories. I used to fucking race home from school, turn on Kids WB, watch Batman, Superman, Ghostbusters, not Ghostbusters. I think that's a little beyond my time. Fucking Beetleborgs and all that good shit. And Tim Daly, to me, is when I hear Superman from the comics, I hear his voice. To me, he is my, in a lot of ways, my Superman, because again, he was my introduction to Superman. And I love Tim Daly and his voice. He just fit Clark Kent. He fit Superman so perfectly. I mean, the voice casting for all these actors are phenomenal, but especially Tim Daly. He's my Superman. He's perfect for the role. Every time I see a Superman animated cartoon or movie, I'm just like, damn, why can't they get Tim Daly? Like, he's Superman. He's my Superman. He's just perfection, man. But again, what the creative team did with Superman, the animated series, again, they made Superman the icon that he is. And even though it was a kids show, quote unquote, it wasn't afraid to go to those dark places. It wasn't condescending. It wasn't afraid to, really show adult themes for a comic book show. I remember there were plenty of episodes where I was just like, wow, like where they killed off a certain character, and it was like really dark. It was sad. I was just like, holy shit! Like I'm a kid, and I'm like, did they just really just do that? Especially for a Superman show, which was so bright and cheery, because obviously you see Superman, so he's flying through the yellow sun and bright blue, beautiful skies, and he's like flying around. And, it was the complete antithesis to Batman the Animated Series, which is always dark and brooding and shit. But I love that the writers weren't afraid to go to those dark places, even for a kids show. And I love the aesthetic, because I think Bruce Timm, at first he wanted to go for a Max Fleischer type art style, and for the Superman, but I guess he wanted to go like more Art Deco, like he did with Batman the Animated Series. But I love the drawings. I mean, to me, these are the iconic. Again, it's Bruce Timm, so his looks and his designs for these characters are absolutely iconic. It's absolutely exceptional, and that's what I think of Clark Kent, Lois Lane, always wearing that fucking same dress. It's like, come on, guys, can we give her a new dress, please? But again, it's iconic, and I love the classic designs. And again, it has that Max Fleischer aesthetic to it, which again, if you've never watched the Max Fleischer cartoons from the 40s, it still holds up to this day. I'm just like, God damn, I wish somebody would make a Max Fleischer animated movie in that art style, because it still holds up. It's still phenomenal. But of course, the Superman animated series, it starts off with every classic Superman story with, baby Kal-El being put in a rocket ship because, Jor-El and Lara are trying to, make his son escape this dying world, and he flies up to Earth and gets picked up by the Kents. And the Kents here are what you expect, loving, perfect, Rockwellian parents who love their son even though he's an alien. And of course, the juxtaposition to, the Kryptonian parents, Lara and Jor-El, are also shown to be really, loving and caring, and not as cold and calculated as I thought they would be, considering, they're aliens, quote unquote. I thought there would be, a little bit more polar opposites to the Kents, but they're obviously not. They're portrayed as human characters who love their son and stuff like that. So I was surprised by that too. But again, it just shows from birth that this guy Clark Kent is a good person, because obviously he's Superman. He you have to instill those morals and those ideals, and show compassion, because that's who Superman is. He's like, even though he's alien, he's the most compassionate out of all, mostly I would say, out of all the DC characters, which is, I love that. I love that, that take on the character. And of course, it shows a little bit of backstory at the beginning, him growing up and, falling in love with Lana, and, he's trying to figure out who he is, trying to figure out his powers, classic Superman shit that we've all seen. But as a kid, being introduced to Superman, like, this was mind blowing to me. I'm just like, God damn, like, this motherfucker has fucking powers, and he's invulnerable, and he could fucking do anything that he wants. He's a god on Earth. Again, like a kid not knowing anything about Superman, this was blowing my mind. I'm just like, oh my God, this is incredible. Especially like, because I didn't know anything about Superman at all, because my only introduction was Batman. And considering, it's the same team behind the Batman the Animated Series, take on a character that I wasn't familiar with, this was absolutely phenomenal. And again, I love the relationships throughout the whole series, especially the whole dynamic with Superman and Lois. The whole, again, it harkens back to the, Christopher Reeves, Max Fleischer, the George Reeves show, the whole relationship between, Lois is infatuated with Superman, and Lois always dismisses Clark, and Clark always has a thing for Lois, but obviously he can't say that I'm Superman, because he doesn't want to put her in danger and all this stuff, like classic Superman trope stuff. But it's really fun, and it doesn't get tired at all. I love the writing between these two, because you would think like after a while it would get boring. Like dude, just fucking tell her you're Superman. Like who cares if she's in danger? You're fucking Superman. You can save her. But it doesn't get boring and it doesn't get stale. It's always refreshing, and of course that's due to the great writing. And yeah, I love their whole dynamic relationship, especially as in later seasons go, when Bruce Wayne is introduced and Lois Lane is actually infatuated with Bruce Wayne, and Clark gets jealous and all that stuff. That's a whole really fun dynamic that I think it was in World's Finest. Great, I think it was like a 3-part episode. Great, fantastic. I highly recommend it. World's Finest, still the seminal piece of work. It's still the best crossover that I've ever seen with Batman and Superman. And of course, you had great villains like the Toyman. The Toyman was fucking creepy. He was like a little, like he reminded me of Chucky, that little bastard. And he was fucking creepy. Like, again, kids show, Superman, bright and cheery, but has some really creepy episodes and really creepy elements to these characters. Of course, Brainiac or stuff, he had good stuff. And you had Parasite, who always used to, like, when he touched you, like he would like fucking suck your energy and shit. It was just like, I'm surprised it wasn't played by a woman. I'm kidding. I'm joking. But Parasite, again, good character, fun character. And also, he has some like really, again, Superman doesn't have the best villains, but like they had to they had to do choose I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. But bottom line, Superman does have the best villains, but of course Lex Luthor, who's the ultimate villain, played by Clancy Brown, and his voice for Lex Luthor is absolutely iconic. I think this is my favorite version of Lex. I think this is a lot of people's favorite versions of Lex. The suave, sophisticated. I can't tell if he's black or white. I think he's black. They never really mention it in the series, because I guess, again, it's not really relevant to the story. Like, who cares? But I to my knowledge, I think he's black, because he's not drawn to be a white character. So I'm thinking like, okay, this is like the first black Lex Luthor and stuff like that. So again, interesting. But as a kid, I didn't care. I just loved the portrayal that Clancy Brown was doing it, and I love this version of Lex Luthor. Again, conniving, suave. He's an evil Bruce Wayne, basically, and I love his characterization and his back and forth with Clark Kent and Superman. Fantastic. And of course, Bizarro. What can you say about Bizarro? He's just there. Either you love him or you don't. It's just Bizarro. It's like whatever. But again, like this entire series is filled with, guest stars from the DC universe. You had Aquaman introduced here. You had Green Lantern. You had Batman, of course. Not Wonder Woman, which was surprising. You had Flash, but you didn't. You almost had the you almost had the Justice League, but not Wonder Woman. I don't think Wonder Woman was ever introduced to this series, which is kind of odd considering, like it's fucking Wonder Woman. You would think like, the most iconic superhero of all time, well, most iconic female superhero of all time, and you wouldn't put her in the show. Maybe they did, but maybe it didn't work out. I don't know. But again, it is what it is. But the characters they did feature, Green Lantern, was actually Kyle Rayner and not Hal Jordan and not John Stewart, which I thought was an interesting little fact. I was just like, oh wow, because I thought as a kid, I thought like, oh, that's Hal Jordan. Even though as a kid I didn't know Hal Jordan, I just saw him, Kyle Rayner. I was like, oh, that's Green Lantern. So I don't know. It was weird. I was like, you would think they would use like the classic characters like Wonder Woman and Hal Jordan, but whatever. It didn't affect me as a kid. I loved all the cool shit. I was like, oh shit, okay, Green Lantern. He's called Green Lantern. He has a power ring, and he could do anything with that fucking power ring. Awesome. It looks fucking cool. I'm a Green Lantern fan now. So again, great stuff, and again, great episodes, especially with Darkseid, who was like the main villain, especially with the two episodes, Apocalypse Part 1, Apocalypse Part 2, where Superman battles Darkseid at the end. I think it was at the end of the third season. Fucking phenomenal. Great fucking Shakespearean edge of your seat stuff as a kid, where I'm just like at the edge of my seat thinking like, holy shit, is Superman gonna fucking survive this? Again, great stuff. Again, it's just like, again, it's a great piece of writing, great piece of animation. It just goes to show that good storytelling transcends anything, whether it's animation, comic books, video games, movies, whatever. If you get a group of writers who love the characters like these people do, and it shows the talent and the voice acting, the animation, the music. The music is iconic to me. Like I love them. I love hearing the Superman animated series, and they didn't use the John Williams theme. They used their own score again, where you could hear like subtle hints of the John Williams theme here and there with the horns and stuff like that. But again, it's their own thing. They stay true to Superman they stay true to the source material, and they cherry pick from movies here and there, show a little homages from the movies here and there. But yeah, overall it's a great piece of animation. Superman the animated series is so underrated. I don't think it gets the love that Batman the animated series does. I think it always seems to be below it. But to me, it's on par with Batman the animated series. It's what got me into a Superman fan. It's a great series, 3 seasons, not on Blu-ray, so fucking put that shit on Blu-ray. But yeah, I highly recommend it. It's a great series. If you're a Superman fan, go watch it right now. By the way, those are my thoughts. Hit like, subscribe for all that DC goodness. Yeah, follow me on Twitter, Instagram. I'll put the links down below. And yeah, fucking Superman the Animated Series. It's great. It's fantastic. Love it.